Hey guys, Skittlerampage here. Welcome back to a new video. I do hope you're enjoying your day today. So today we have a couple Funko news updates to go over, as well as new drops that are happening next week. Some pretty fun stuff. Now guys, this is actually the first video I've recorded in about a week, so if it's a little rusty, I apologize. I was just in North Carolina for the holidays. Anyways though, like I said guys, we do have a couple things to talk about. It's going to be a little bit of a lighter Funko news, but we're also going to talk about next week's drops. So before we get started, I do want to ask the question of the day, which is, what did you guys get for Christmas? I'm very curious if you guys got new cool collectibles. Do you collect like movies? So did you get any new steel books or, you know, anything of the sort really? What did you get for Christmas? I got a couple games, and then Bailey got me a computer part I needed because I'm doing like a new build and all that, but also a couple other like mixed things, gift cards and all that. But let me know what you guys got. Okay, jumping into the news. First up, over at GameStop, two new exclusives did drop today, which included the new Bleach Coyote Stark glow-in-the-dark pop, as well as the Godzilla vs. Mechagodzilla moment. And these are expected to release on February 26 next year. So we actually should be having more Bleach pops coming in the next few months from 1000 Year Blood War. I know a lot of people were super excited after we finally got another Bleach exclusive. So stay tuned guys, more Bleach is on the way. For now though, make sure to grab your Coyote Stark pre-order. I'll have a link down below to both of these exclusives. Next up for Pokemon fans, we had first looks at two new pops that are coming out officially next month. But first up we have Ivysaur here. This thing looks pretty good. I was kind of hoping, like some other people mentioned, that they would use some like vine whips or like just vines kind of around the pop. I think it would have been really cool. But either way, I'm glad we finally got the character. It does look like this started to hit some box lunch stores, I think early over in the West Coast in California specifically. But the official announcement is technically supposed to be over in January, but I believe more stores will start getting them in January too. Now another new pop we got first looks at was Electabuzz Shango from Dish Trackers here. This thing looks really cool. A lot of people wanted this to be glow in the dark, but maybe we'll get a variation in the future. Either way, it's cool that we are getting new Pokemon regularly. Now, if you don't know, these are just 2 of 8 new Funko Pops expected for the Pokemon line. Here's some of the other Pokemon. We have Pikachu with an Electro Ball, we have Goomy there, Zoroark, Charmeleon, Magmar, as well as Venusaur. So Bulbasaur's evolution will be finished out, as well as Charmander's, which is great. Unfortunately, no real talks on Squirtles just yet with Wartortle as well as Blastoise, but I am hoping Funko gets to those soon so we can have all 3 completed. Yeah, basically guys, we're getting a huge Pokemon wave come January just to try to catch up on some lines possibly. So yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun and we could see some exclusives, but for now, let me know out of all these new Pokemon pops which ones you're most excited for. So actually guys, funny enough, after I recorded that part, we actually got first looks at the new Pikachu and Magmar pops from Bootleg Hero Mikey here. So that Pikachu has the Electro Ball in the back. That thing looks excellent. Also would have been a really great glow pop. Then Magmar there looks great too. Look at that crazy forehead, man. That is so funny. But they did a really great job on this wave so far. And again, we have many more to come, but I really like that Pikachu. I almost might consider picking that up. They really could have made it a light and sounds pop. That would have made the mold even better. But let me know what you guys think about these. Okay, next up, a quick update on the Avatar NFT line. I actually just got an email, I think it was yesterday or this morning, but anyways, I got an email saying that my redeemables actually did ship out, which funny enough, I didn't even actually know I pulled this many, but I ended up pulling Korra Spirit, Sako with the Wolf Mask, and Vatu. That aside though, check your emails. If you did actually get any of these redeemables, they should be on the way. Now some more new pops that look like they're arriving now in Hot Topic and Box Lunch stores includes these new Batman Ninja pops, sharing over from Dish Trackers. I do actually think the designs of these look really good. I'm just not a big fan of the movie. However, if you guys are looking for these, including the Joker, which should be arriving soon, check your local Hot Topic and Box Lunch stores. Don to Don fans, we have closer looks at the upcoming Psycho with Turbo Granny Amazon exclusive. This one is still available over at Amazon if you do want to grab it. I'll have a link down below, but she looks pretty good. I like the little Turbo Granny. She still looks a little more chibi than I would have liked, just like compared to the anime, but either way, they look good. Moving on for Delicious and Dungeon fans, it does look like the new collection is now hitting Box Lunch and possibly Hot Topic stores. And this includes Laios there, Marseille, as well as Chilchuck and Senshi there. And then I believe one of these has a chase. I can't remember which one it is. Is it, oh, was it Laios? I think he might have one. Oh, I can't remember off the top of my head. But anyways, most of the sets should be hitting box lunch stores, and then I think there was a Funko Shop exclusive too that should be arriving in the next month, month and a half. Now guys, that pretty much covers the majority of the updates that you might have missed lately. It's been pretty dry right now because it is the holidays, but things will pick up in January. We're gonna have a ton of things to talk about. Make sure to check out some of my other videos too, talking about January's drops, because we have well over 150 plus items dropping in January. It's going to be a huge month. And speaking of new drops in January, let's go over some of the first drops we're going to see in the month next week. For One Piece, we're getting Bonnie and Jenny. So I could probably say this by now, but we are expected to see a Gear 5 Bonnie since the leaks are out there and you guys are going to see it next week anyways. Yes, this should be a Gear 5 Bonnie with a glow chase. I thought it was interesting we didn't get normal Bonnie first versus just maybe even doing a Bonnie and then a Gear 5 Chase would have been really cool too. But either way, I'm sure it's gonna look really cool. And then of course the other character I mentioned we're getting is Jenny there. So that should be interesting. I still think it's definitely a random pull for a character, just not one that I don't think a lot of people will really buy, other than if you're trying to complete that specific family. That's all I'll say though. That aside though, it's looking like we're getting a couple good things for One Piece in January, and we maybe might see some exclusives, so stay tuned. Next up for Magic the Gathering fans, we're expected 2 new pops, including Jace as well as Liliana. For Care Bear fans, we have Care Bear cousins here, including Lotsa Heart Elephant and the Gentle Heart Lamb. This next announcement's a little bit confusing because it doesn't really make a lot of sense, but we're expected to see the Sonic Justice League pops re-announced just as commons, which I don't understand because they were all Target exclusives already. We already have them in hand. So why are we re-releasing these as... I just don't get this decision, genuinely, versus maybe just making other characters or just doing a... I don't know. So we're going to see what this looks like. I'm assuming it's just going to be the same boxes and everything, just without stickers. We'll see. Next up for Queen Elizabeth II, we're expected to get a new pop. For Pop Rocks, we're expected to get a new Pink Marmalade pop, as well as a new Reba Fancy pop. Now guys, other than possible exclusives, those are majority of the expected commons for next week. Like I said, a couple cool things mixed in there. Curious to see how that Bonnie Gear 5 turns out for sure though. Well guys, that does wrap up your Funko News updates for today. Again, not too much to go over today, however, a couple interesting updates. Make sure to let me know in the comments below what you're most excited for next week, as well as if you have any questions about anything we just went over today. I'll do my best to answer them, so drop them down below. That aside though, hit the like button down below if you did enjoy, and subscribe and click that notification bell if you're new here. I do want to say a big shout out to all the awesome Patreon supporters of the channel. You guys are amazing for supporting myself and the channel. If you guys are interested and want to check out the Patreon, the link is down below. We have a Patreon Discord where we share a lot of information, news, restocks, updates, links, and more. And finally, make sure to follow me on all my social medias at Skittlerampage over on Twitter, TikTok, Instagram, and my Facebook page, so you can stay up to date. All right, love you guys. See you guys in the next one. See you guys later. Bye.